Oh shit. What's up, humans? I wish they all could be Wakanda girls. I wish they all could be Wakanda girls. Hey, happy Black History Month. That's what I know. Okay? That is what I know, human beings. I'm about to bust out a general reading from March for the humans. This is for you, humans. This bud's for you up in here today. All right? Fantastic. Listen, I'm glad you got a chance to stop by. All right, let me just put out this fire because we must always put out the fire. And then look. Pretty, right? Look how pretty. So pretty. So that's our friend today. Okay, if you seek Amy. Okay, that's amethyst right there. All right, boom, I'm busting it out. Welcome to Behind the Black Veil, where we get a more intimate look at the mysteries of our lives, is what we do here. It's what we do. Okay, there's many layers of meaning to my readings. I'm going to touch on a few, hear me and feel me, for best results. Sometimes the roles can be reversed, and viewer discretion is advised. I hope you can hear me. I got the mic here, ensconced in my Wakandian bosom. Okay? That's right, it's Wakandian over here today. That's what I know. So bless the ancestors, because they've been through so much. They've been through so much and they deserve justice, right? So they can rest in peace. Amen. Amen. Justice for the ancestors. Justice for the ancestors. Okay, wait. Before we begin, okay, and you can fast forward past this part. Did I say viewer discretion is advised? Sometimes the roles can be reversed. Boom. Okay, keep that in mind. Listen, let me talk about my fake hair right now. Okay, ladies, I need you. Okay, I need you. If you don't want to talk about my fake hair, you can just fast forward a little bit till you see me doing this. Okay, and then, okay. Boom. So never got extensions before, right? And I thought I was being slick, right? I was like, yeah, bitch, I'm about to do my hair. And it's going to cost $12. Okay. Thank you. Okay, yeah. So I've never done this before, right? So I put them in myself. And if you look real close, it looks exactly like I put them in myself, right? So I got this hair and I was like, what's the silkiest hair you got in here? And he was like, yeah, right to the back, right? So I'm touching it. I'm like, all right, not the silkiest hair in the world, but whatever, you know, it's pretty good. What do you want? $6, right? 3 bundles per pack. What can you do? So I get the hair, I put it in, and halfway through, I'm over it. That's number one, right? I'm half up to here. I'm like, I'm ready to abandon the whole ship, right? But then I'm feeling the hair, and the shit feels like one of them straw welcome rugs that people be having outside their house, right? Okay, because it feels okay to your hands, but when you put the shit on the sensitive empress skin right here, you know, then it starts to feel like fucking straw. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I was not feeling it. I was like, what? Shout out to the sisters who was doing this before it was cool, by the way. Shout out to y'all, because if it wasn't for y'all, I wouldn't have been able to do it. Okay, so anyhow, also, I checked y'all out, some of y'all YouTube sisters, on how to, you know, like heat set it and like, you know, wet it and curl it. And it feels much better. That is much fucking better. Okay, and it looked a hot mess. It looked like a hot damn mess, and now it's kind of better. So thank you for that. Okay, aren't you proud? Aren't you proud of me? Look what I did. Aren't you proud? Okay, moving along. It's time for the reading. Okay, so let's get a readout for March, because in March we're moving forward. We're marching forward. That's what we're doing. We're marching forward. Because why the hell not? That's why. Okay? Really? You hear this bird? This is a beautiful blue bird that came over here to make fucking noise. Oh, okay, wait. I'm sorry. My hair is messing with the mic. Okay. Is that better? Is that better? That's how we do it in Wakanda. We have to be careful. Okay, because it's the self-love tour. All 2021. So get into your Empress energy, ladies. I had a spa shower today. What's a spa shower? A spa shower is when you, that's when you get all your good spa stuff and you get into the shower. And I did a coffee scrub with coconut oil and coffee. And it was so exhilarating. So good. And then, you know, you rub the coconut oil while you're still wet so it's not greasy. When you're done, pow. Empress. I put on my Egyptian musk. Hello, can you smell it? Smell me. Smell me. Okay. All right, boom. We're done with that. Let's see what's up. Ancestors, what we're going to tell these humans about today? The ancestors say this to the humans. By the way, okay, sorry, hold on, one more thing. I dedicate myself in this conversation and my viewers, my VIPs behind the black veil, to generating the energy of peace, bringing clear my creative potential, and seeing behind what appears to be obstacles things clearly as they are. I call forth accurate answers, accurate interpretations of those answers, and the wise and skillful application of the guidance that we receive here today. Okay. All right, so know this, humans. Hang on. Please stand by. Okay, all right, listen. There's some judgment off the top of my head. There's some judgment about holding back. Somebody's kicking rocks. But that's what they get. That's what I get here. That's what I get here. So judgment, karma, it's being handed out. Okay, humans? All right, yeah, so because in order to get a favorable outcome, I don't know yet, but I'm just saying, favorable outcome, right, was the issue. And some energy that needed, to come, didn't. Some sort of assisting energy to energize whatever, the favorable outcome, it didn't come. Boom. Somebody's kicking rocks. Everybody's kicking rocks. I don't know who's kicking rocks. Let's go deeper. Somebody held back sexually. They didn't ask for what they wanted. Some such thing like that. The Queen of Wands didn't take action to give up the goods. Right. Okay. Okay, yes, this whole second row is the feminine energy and the sexual energy, and then here we have divine twins on the end. So it looks like that the favorable outcome is dependent upon the meeting of the criteria of the Queen of Swords, right? So what is the criteria? No corruption. No corruption. Drain the swamp. For real. For real. Okay, and then in terms of the energy that is available or was available or whatever, the energy that is needed, it has to be beckoned in order to activate. If you don't ask for what you want, if you don't open your mouth, it's not gonna, nothing's gonna happen. Okay, or nothing happened with whatever this person is, however it resonates with you, but somebody's kicking rocks. Why? About the lovers. Somebody's kicking rocks. Why? I suspect some corruption came in between the divine lovers. Some sexual corruption, right? Because, side note, I've been hearing some things on the 5D circuit about divine masculine choosing lust over love. And what I don't understand about that is, why can you not have lust and love in the same space? Excuse me. That is to give a Are we saying that lust is bad? Is that what we're saying? You know, like the difference between lovemaking and fucking. Excuse me, it is what it is. But my point being, why can you not also fuck and also make love inside the same relationship? I'm not sure I understand. There's a certain lack of diversity in the masculine vision, I feel. You know, like he can only have variety if it's coming from several different women. You know what I'm saying? But he's in a loop where the same thing is happening with all of these different women. But you could be with one woman and different things could happen with that same woman. Lack of creativity. You know what I'm saying? Lack of creativity. Okay, moving along. Hopefully that message helped you. Moving along, yes. In order to get favorable outcome, in order to get, what do you call it? Graceful passage, you know, to get through. In order to do that, yes, one has to meet with the Queen of Swords. Somebody needed to do that in order to get that favorable outcome and in order to have the mercy of safe passage through whatever passage they were going through, right? Which means you have to be clear, you have to be concise, no games, no confusion. You have to, you know, speak clearly, speak human and speak English, you know, or whatever your agreed upon language is, you know, speak that, make it plain, say what you want. Somebody needed to do that. Someone needs to do that. We all need to do that, whoever's not doing it. Okay, and commit to getting the mercy of safe passage. Commit to getting what you want. Okay, how do we know we've committed? Because we are following the protocols of the Queen of Swords. We're following the protocols because she's not letting anybody pass with corruption in their heart. You see what I'm saying? So that's, you know, once those criterion are met, wabam, the mercy of safe passage. Wabam, stability. Wabam, favorable outcome. Okay. So then, okay. Somebody wanted to return to the safe haven, but they didn't do anything about returning to the safe haven. And this is the safe haven, right? So safe haven, boom. Okay, that's the whale, right? The whirl whale, where you can get inside her mouth and there's a world in there. Okay, great. It's safe in there. Looks scary on the outside, but it's safe in there. And then boom, pow. This is what they want to be able to safely return to. This is what they want so much. Someone. Okay. And I guess the feeling could even be mutual. The feeling could even be mutual, but someone didn't take action. And that's the realness of it. They just sat there passively and let this sexy woman and this, or sexy feminine and this, this safe place, I guess, float away. Because that's what the whale does. They go floating away. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Somebody's kicking rocks because they made war with their twin. They made war with their divine twin, with their lover. Okay? They didn't grow up in Wakanda. That's what I know. Okay? Because we have honor in Wakanda. That's right. We have justice. And then we have peace. All right. Fantastic. Let's go into stability, favorable outcome, commitment, being centered within the self. Okay, where the Queen of Swords is hanging out, guarding the situation. She's bouncing. She's the bouncer. All right. Yeah. Right. Because we want to see, we know the secrets, okay, behind the fuck shit. We know the secrets behind the manipulation. And so what we want to see is we want to see people who know how to have self-control. That's the long and short of it. That's it. You have self-control or you don't. You know what I mean? And you're bringing it or you're not. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why this is Man Brigitte, the queen of the underworld. She's sitting there meditating in the cemetery. Yeah, because listen, she's not getting up off her perch. People bring things to her. You want her to consider something and give you a favorable outcome? Okay, in the land of the dead, in the land of the spirits, you want a favorable outcome? Well, that costs. Okay, and you pay in sweat. Okay? So, I'm not going to sing it. I'm not. Okay, not yet. It's early. It's early. Okay, so, right, it's about self-control and being able to be dynamic with your self-control as things change, being able to stay centered. As the pressure builds in life, as the challenges come in life, you have to know how to hold your shit together, you know? And I mean, you know, you could fumble a little bit and, you know, your friends could help you if they're good at helping. If they're your friends and they're good at helping, two different things, very distinct each thing. But yeah, in order to get this favorable outcome, we can all see past the bullshit. That's why she's unmoved, on her perch, meditating. She's the one giving out the favorable outcomes. She don't have to come over to you and check your work. Get your shit into a place where you can be like, is this how you do it? Okay? This here, it's done. Right. Because while she's meditating, she's not going to say anything. She's just not going to grant you, you know, the person who's corrupt. They're just not going to get granted safe passage. But then this lady's going to come up. And she's going to be like, yeah, you tried to get over? Excuse me, sir, ma'am. You tried to get over on the universe? Yeah. All right. I'm sorry you did that. That head's got to come with me. That head's got to come on with me. Okay? So here's the mercy of safe passage where everybody's chilling in the boat. Okay? And they could all spontaneously die any minute. You know, they have no land to run to. They're in transit. Okay, but all is going to be well as long as there's no corruption. All right, fantastic. Let's go into the Queen of Swords. See what she's talking about. What is she saying? The Queen of Swords is saying there's a new sheriff in town. Some things going to change around here. Okay? We're having no more of it. We're having no more of the fuck shit. That's what she's saying. Okay? All right. Right. We're doing the right thing. Right? Here's the change card. She wants solid change. That's 2 of earth energy. Okay? Olofi is giving birth to a new earth after the old one was destroyed through arrogance. And she's going to give birth to a new world that is just where we do the right thing. This is the dance card, the chariot card. Here we do the right thing. Okay, the chariot is the human being, and the rider is the ancestors. Okay, and the human being must help the ancestors work through the physical world. And then, of course, the physical being, their reach is longer because the ancestors are directing them. So that's how the chariot works in my deck. That's major arcana, so there's major changes. And they're solid, and they're absolute. There was absolutely none of it that the Queen of Swords is having. None of it. None of what? None of this out of control, manipulative, magician, secrets, illusionist energy. Straight self-control. Straight self-control. You know what I mean? You don't have to be perfect, but you have to be absolute in your purity, in the purity of your approach. And by you, I mean whoever the hell we're talking about, get off on your floor. Okay, great. So, who? Right. The devil. That's why all of this feminine energy over here has to be so vigilant. Because, I mean, the devil, the evil ass devil, okay, is trying to get by. Yeah. Somebody's trying to get the devil into sacred ground. Really? Or maybe that's what they did in the past. Okay? Because this first row right here tends to be what happened or what we're walking away from into the new shit. And the tower. Oh, he wanted to bring a tower. He wanted to get by so he could bring a tower. Oh, boy. Looky here. Well, that's what he does, you know. Maybe it's not sinister. I mean, beyond he's the devil and he's just sinister no matter where that he goes. But maybe it's an issue of definitely somebody once upon a time or right now tried to get the devil into heaven. Tried to sneak him in on some Trojan horse shit. Oh, my gosh. Well, anyhow, now we have a whole new administration. We have a whole new administration because we have the queen of the underworld presiding, number one, okay, and her court officer, okay, is the Queen of Swords. Yeah, we're doing the whole executions, everything. We handling it all right now, right in court, right here today. Okay, you're not going to have to wait on death row, none of that. Okay, this is the age of Aquarius, people. Instant karma. Instant. All right, so yeah, but anyhow, the devil had brought a tower once before. Okay, and he is relentless, apparently. Okay, so the Queen of Swords, the new regime, we're handling everything differently now. Okay, self-love tour. I know that's right. Let's go into the energy that was available that needed to be called. Okay, because now we're getting very sexual around here. All right, let's talk about it. Okay, somebody didn't take action because it was too hard. It was too much work. Okay? I want to call this person Little Timmy. Okay? Even though Little Timmy, the real Little Timmy, this fictional character, one of my students, right? He's in 3rd grade, Little Timmy. Okay? But this version of Little Timmy is the bad seed right here. And Little Timmy was like, oh, take action. That's for big people, right? That's too hard. That's what Little Timmy was saying here, okay? And what was too hard? What was too hard? Asking for help. That was too hard for Little Timmy, okay? Whoever that is. King of Wands energy. You know him? Okay. Well, it was too hard before he would be successful, you know, because he was all hot and heavy to have everything he wanted right away. Right. See, you have to be in right relationship with the favorable outcome and following the protocols of the Queen of Swords because she stands for justice and clarity, clear perception, right? In order to have the workload lessened. You're still going to have to work your ass off, but it's not going to be nearly the amount of work you have to put into avoiding what you must do anyway. Okay, so whoever this was, it was too hard for them to ask for the help that was available. Okay, and they wanted to hold back because they were in their feminine energy. This masculine energy was in his feminine energy. He didn't want to be the man. He didn't feel like doing the work of a man. Okay? So makes your life easier, saved you some energy. Even though you lost a lot of energy being invested in this person at all. Right? Even though you got a new regime going. So it kind of all worked out. But this person still was like, I'm drowning in a foot of water. Because they had no neck muscles. Okay. Anyhow, moving along. Okay, no, we're still on this stream. So, yeah. Oh, they already had somebody, right there anyway. Like it was like, well, it's all pussy anyway. So, this water sign is here. I'll just keep her. It's easier, it's handy. You know what I mean? It's not as hard. It's not as hard. Of course, that was before they had experienced the reality of the situation, because as a matter of fact, it turned out to be a lot harder than whatever they was trying to avoid in the first place. Yeah. So they went for the easy bitch. And now they have to work twice, maybe more, harder than they originally would have had to being with you. Silly. Yeah, and maybe they felt mostly like, it was mostly physical and sexual anyway. So why go through all of that hard work, just for sex? Because that's what it was for them. Right? And I mean, I don't want to trigger you here, because a lot of the time, they can, the divine masculine or the masculine can, the way he treats you is the way he treats the feminine part of himself, the part of himself that is intuitive, the part of himself that is loving. Well, not that masculinity can't be loving. Let me just but he can disregard his own love for whatever. You know what I mean? Especially if you've got the devil. If somebody is possessed by the devil in whatever way, addiction, whatever, jealousy, anger, whatever it is, right? Because here we're mastering our fiery emotions. So, you would have that under control. And this person, I'm going to guess, didn't, because a new regime had to come in. Like they sparked a whole change of regime. You know what I'm saying? Because it was too hard. So they made a deal with the devil. Okay? Because the devil was like, hey, listen, I can get you another bitch. Okay? Because the devil can't get the empress either. Hello? Right? But the devil tried to make the deal seem good, like, yeah, there's plenty of empresses where that came from. Let me tell you something. The devil doesn't have access to any empresses. None. Okay, it's all a lie. It's all a big lie. So whoever's watching this, if you didn't know that, it's all a big lie. All right? Or if you're watching this video in front of your masculine, pal, it's a lie, just like she said. Okay, thank you. I got you, ladies. Listen, I got you. Okay, yeah. Yeah. The safe haven, they didn't know. They judged it. They didn't think it was safe. They didn't think it was precious enough. They didn't think it was, they didn't listen to their intuition. They didn't listen to their intuition. And therefore, the ancestors did not assist them. You don't listen to the spirits, we don't have to fucking listen to you. It's simple. Okay? Right. So this person didn't realize or didn't care or didn't consider that making a deal with the devil would cancel any kind of juice that you would have gotten from God. Like, who are you going to pray to? The devil? He's not religious. Okay? The devil's not religious. So now we're kicking rocks. All right, let's talk about it. Because that's what happens, right? Like Fantasy Island. Who's from the 20th century? That remembers Fantasy Island, and people would pay money to go to this island, right? Okay, talking about the plane, right? They're like, yeah, our bag is on that plane that's about to come, okay? Because everybody's fantasy turned into a fucking nightmare. Who remembers that? Okay? So this person didn't know. He went to Fantasy Island like, yeah, bitch, I'm out of here. I don't need none of y'all bitches. Shit, fuck that bitch. She ain't nothing special. You know what I'm saying? got to Fantasy Island, was like, yeah, look at this fine ass dime piece. That bitch was a monster, okay? Was like, yeah, in my fantasy, I want all the women and I want them to fuck me simultaneously. And I want to just make money having sex since that's what I do so well and that's all I fucking do. You know, I might as well get paid for it, you know, and just life just fell through a hole for this person. Okay? You tried to tell him with the new regime. Okay, with the Queen of Swords saying, yeah, no, there's going to be some changes and you need to do the right thing. That was like, fuck the right thing, bitch. In my fantasy. Okay? It was like, yeah, fantasy, dude. Are you listening to yourself? Okay. It was like, in my fantasy, I don't have to do none of that shit. I don't have to do the right thing. I don't have to be good. Right. And then they woke up at the bottom of the rabbit hole. Okay? Right. Kicking rocks. So let's talk about it. Yeah. Because destiny, that's why. Destiny was at play. The butterfly effect like a motherfucker on this person. Okay? Yeah, there's a such thing as free will. You've heard of it. Okay, this person. I don't know what they thought. It's like they were superstitious. They believe some things that are spiritual, and then they believe other things that cancel those things out. You know what I'm saying? It's just weird. It's very weird. Okay, so destiny. Right. Of course, it was their destiny to experience the same emotional restrictions that they tried to place you under. They held back emotion from you. Now you're holding back emotion from them. This is why you don't step onto the karmic wheel. Hello? I know y'all know that already. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Okay, part 2. All right, and so that is why you don't step onto the karmic wheel. Because when you step onto the karmic wheel, you have to step on together, right? Because there's good karma, bad karma, right? So if you're with someone and you want to be with that person ultimately, right? You might be mad at them at the moment, but you want to be with them ultimately. You can't allow the wheel to turn. You can't allow them to step onto the wheel, or you push them onto the wheel, okay? And then, you know, like doing them dirty. Somebody does them dirty, push you onto the wheel, and then let the wheel turn. And you didn't step onto that same slot, because then you're never going to catch up. You know, like you get on at a later time and they're still ahead of you on the wheel. So you're always doing that. You're never here. You're never here. See what I'm saying? That's why you don't do that. Like if you get mad and you have an argument, don't do nothing hasty. Don't do nothing hasty now. Because now you're going to open up a whole can of worms on yourself. And then you're going to have to deal with the consequences of whatever you did. And the consequences of the shit that was between y'all in the first place. You see what I'm saying? I know that y'all do. So for this person, they're kicking rocks because they changed their destiny by holding back their emotions from you. Who? Their divine counterpart. Who? Their divine twin. Who? Their lover. That's not how you love. Yeah, no. Out in the streets, they call it murder. Okay? Thank you. They didn't want to face their fears, and they didn't want to grow up and be a man and make wise decisions. Facing the fears, pow, didn't do it. Because the divine counterpart situation would have required that. It would have required that. You know, everybody's scared. How you more scared than the woman? I'm just saying. I know women are tough and everything. But men used to be tough, y'all. These motherfuckers used to hunt mountain lion and bear. Okay? That's right. Some of these motherfuckers that went to the Capitol, they still tough. Okay? They still tough. I don't know about you. You dudes from the city. I don't know. Okay? Some of you ghetto brothers trying to act all tough, but not tough enough to mature. Not tough enough to grow up. Not tough enough to have emotional intelligence. I know a lot of y'all do. I'm not talking about y'all. Okay? Shout out to all the good men doing the right thing. Shout out to y'all because y'all deserve a fucking parade. You understand me? You deserve a fucking parade because these people are not a credit to your species. Okay? I promise you that. So yeah, so they didn't want to do that. And they're kicking rocks because they didn't do it because it would have been simple. It would have been so simple, to do that. It would have been much easier than what they dealt with this purely sexual relationship. And I get the sensation that it's not that they didn't have that sexual feeling for you, but it's that you're so much more. You're so much more than that. You know what I mean? That that was not a part of their reality, And then the creator had to be like, hey, you, get off my cloud. You don't know me and you don't know my style. So now who you going to pray to? You can't be making deals with the devil and then think you're going to rock with the empress. That's not. Whatever the devil told you he could do to the empress, he fucking lied. Okay? Even though he loves to try. So maybe y'all was buddies and shit, partners. Of this person who's kicking rocks now because they fucked up so badly. Yeah. They made war so that they didn't have to face their demons. They made war so that they could get by with this devil energy and cause as much ruckus and mayhem as they felt like causing. Narcissistic? I think so. All right? And where it is hereditary, may justice be done. Okay? Because I don't like the bad parenting. I'm not about that life. All right? So, I hope that message helped you, human beings. I really do. For more deep-ass readings, such as these, okay, where we see that free will is a real thing. Free will affects our lives. And it can change our entire trajectory of our destiny. And so what do we do? Because we still don't know everything, even though we know that. So what do? What we do is we align our will with righteousness. And we do the right thing. And we make the changes that need to be made for the benefit of all beings. Because that's how we do it here in righteous world. Okay? This righteous world right here. That's how we do it in righteous world. And the devil is not welcome here. So for personal, get in contact with me. Also, like, share, and subscribe for wonderful readings like those. Okay. Comment, too. Tell me your story. All right. Does that resonate? That makes sense? Okay. Tell me about it. Also, pick up a copy of Discriminating Wisdom and Start Discriminating Wisely. Self-Love Tour. All 2021. I will see you motherfuckers next time. All right. Behind the Black Veil.